What up, guys? With long-time fitness OG, Maxx Chewning here. It's so inspiring to see what you've built.
Thank you, man.
Starting with Ever Forward to sour gummies and all this, and then now you have this big-ass empire and you're inside Alphaland, and I'm here to check out your tour and see how you built everything.
From deadlift bra to business bra.
That's tight.
Let's go inside. The Alphaland is what we call Dude Holdings, which is my the holding company, which owns everything. I have a dog, Golden Doodle. His name's Dude, and I just build my life around him.
I love
everything
that.
Is Dude.
That's cool. My current dude now is my kid.
Yeah. No,
so like my Wi-Fi password, my Wi-Fi like actual name, everything is his sayings or things that revolve around
We'll eventually
him.
get to the kid. Right now, I like that I can leave my dog for like 5 hours and not have to worry about it.
Yeah,
I heard you can't do that with children.
No, you can't. So where are we at? Is this like the main HQ?
Yeah. So this is essentially our I call it like the corporate headquarters. Throughout like my entire history of building everything up, I kind of made things work. I was like crammed in little offices and started adding more people to the team, and it was like, hey, just kind of like shacking up together and making stuff work. So this is like the first place that I've had since I've started where I really feel proud if someone like walks in and they kind of, I just be like, this is my office. This is where work gets done. It's a clean, everyone has their own space.
Have your parents visited?
Actually, no, they haven't seen it since this started. So this year they'll have to come down.
They probably would cry, huh?
It'll be cool. I mean, literally every other place I've been has been I don't want to say crappy, but it's like just been a tiny room. It'll be myself and Mono's kind of like my right hand, and we're like 3 feet apart at a desk.
Yeah.
And
it's more of like an afterthought. Like we just need a place to function, but it doesn't really like properly.
Because I'm like, I don't care. I just need a computer. I'll do whatever. So, but now I can have that environment where the employees feel like this is a cool place to work. They have space. They can bring people in, and they feel proud where they work. Whereas before, I felt bad when like their friends would come in and see where they work. So I was like, I'm working on some stuff. Just
are they working and there's like mosquitoes? And
exactly, man. No air conditioning in any of them.
So what do we have here?
Yeah, so we have kind of a nice little build out. We have a little kitchenette area. No handles. We're getting those added in about a week or so.
Oh, I thought that was on purpose.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. I wish I would like open that. This actually dispenses like Sour Strip's flavored drinks.
No way.
Yeah,
I gotta try it. Are you serious?
No, it's actually just water.
Oh, okay. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, so we got a little fancy thing, and then this is kind of just like the lobby area. Hang out, people can chill, whatever. Watch this only plays my YouTube videos, so make sure that we get boost of views.
Yeah.
We need all we can get, and so we have a couple different offices for all the team. We do have a small team. So this is for Corey, who handles all of the photography for Sour Strips. So anything you see like on the Sour Strips content page is done by him.
That's sick.
And this was the conference room that I don't know if you ever, I'm sure you guys have a conference room, and it was one of those things that I thought that I would have like a million conferences in a conference room.
Yeah.
But we ended up just having them in the lobby.
Yeah.
Because we have a small team instead of coming in. So actually what we're doing is we're converting this whole room into a podcast studio. I'm adding that to my plate. I don't know if I know you do a ton of the podcast stuff and the show stuff, so I want to build that out. So we just got like some of this decor. We're gonna put all these panels on the back wall and paint this all black. We have like a sign coming. So we're gonna deck this whole room out and make it just a dedicated podcast studio.
It's funny when you like start something, you have like a vision, but then once you start using it, like we had a conference room and we thought it'd be fucking sick for the conference table to be like a legit poker table. Because we're gonna play poker every week, and it has a cover on top, and we played it, I think, once the first month, and then for 7 years we never touched it.
I'm hoping that's not how it is for the podcast studio.
No, I think the podcast is gonna use, but conference rooms, I think it's, if you have a big enough team and people are on phone calls all the time, it works out. But otherwise, people, I think, wanna congregate where everything's happening.
I guess for me, to be honest, I guess I used to be in the corporate world so much that I hate the super structure of certain stuff.
Yeah.
So I don't want to be like, hey, 9 a.m.'s our meeting time. Come in. I want like your agenda for the. Like I don't like that. I'm just like, let's just hang out. Like, what do we got going on this week?
What were you doing before? Because I know you would already wear like dress shirts and like khakis back.
For the first 3 years of graduating college is right when I started YouTube. So first 3 years of social media and kind of going out in the world was technical recruiting. So like IT staffing, hiring other people for other companies. So
and that's how you started off, right? Kind of balancing the two, doing YouTube and then doing your 9 to 5.
Yeah, and to be honest, I actually mentioned this in a video tomorrow where I actually didn't want to quit my job. I wanted to quit my job to keep pursuing YouTube, but I felt like if I quit my job, I would become unrelatable because I was the guy that was doing both. And I feel like that's like a kind of an internal struggle. A lot of people think that like they think they have to keep doing something because that's like their relatability. And so it, like I feel like it holds them so they can't grow.
Yeah.
Because they're like too afraid that like people won't relate to them. But it's like you gotta flap your
wings. I
wings.
think on YouTube what happens is I think everyone starts off aspirational, right? Like someone like, oh, I know that guy.
Yeah.
That guy's from my high school. He's like my brother. And then eventually once you start growing, you become inspirational. And I think that's the part where a lot of people really enjoy because if they go, if Max can do it, I can do it too, and inspires them to do stuff.
I mean, if people like come into my journey now and they, you know, I'm not saying I have the coolest stuff in the world, but like
it's pretty cool.
If they come in now, I feel like they have a certain perception of me.
Yeah.
But people who have been following me, or if you went back, I've been, you know, filming my journey for almost a decade as of like January.
Yeah.
And like you can see, I always say it's like I used to be, you know, we call it the trap house, where I was like making videos where I was literally swatting fruit flies in the middle of my video with like alcohol bottles in my, you know, my windowsill, roommates. But we're doing it now.
Is this yours?
No. So this is something.
I see a ton of dog stuff, so I assumed it was.
We're very dog friendly here.
That's tight.
And something cool that I wanted to do is give my team like their own offices.
Yeah.
Because I wanted to be like, hey, everyone that's, you know, the age I was when I got my kind of like first job, like I didn't have my own office, and like.
What age is that?
Everyone is younger, really, like 20, between like 21, 23, and we have some that are a little older, but like I want people's first office to be way cooler than like what mine was. So I actually made sure that these were like a good size, did all like the glass doors and everything. So this is for Oz, who is, you know, does all the videography for really everything that I need. He does everything for Ever Forward, and he's just kind of a jack of all trades. He does kind of whatever.
So all your brands.
Yeah, he's like kind of like whatever needs the most attention, he's the one who helps with that.
That's dope.
Then down the hallway here.
Wow, look at all these hot guy babes.
I know, right? That's a special one right there. So this is Callie, who does all of our social media for Sour Strips.
Yeah.
Again, it's like when you start a brand, I feel like you don't think you need people to do something full time that like you can do, and I was answering all like the DMs and stuff, but you bring someone on and it like really makes you realize like how important the job is and how much they can do within their job.
When you're scaling, like obviously like when you first start off, you're doing everything, right?
Yeah.
And then when you start to realize you need help, it sometimes comes at you all at the same time.
Yeah.
Like I need literally 5 people right now. How do you pick who you bring on first?
I think I feel like I have a good way of like understanding, like just seeing people who have like a good head on their shoulders, and I really bring them in to do one task. I was very hesitant to like hire employees because I was like, I don't have 40 hours a week worth of work for someone. I just need them to do this one thing. But as I've learned over the hiring process over the years, that bring someone on to do a specific task, and the other tasks will just start like unfolding of like what they will end up doing, and they'll do it way better than you ever could while you were trying to manage everything. So
do you bring in experienced people, or do you bring in people with like almost no experience?
Like to be honest, like
you train them up.
The only like the creative people have a background in videography, photography.
Yeah.
But really everyone on my team, they started just like, hey, I need some help packing some orders for Ever Forward, or I need some help packing orders for Sour Strips.
And now they're a warehouse manager or something.
They started that, and now they're running the operations. Callie started just like, hey, I need my store. I need someone help to pack for the launch of candy. She came in, she kept coming in, and then I like noticed she had like a quirky personality, and then I was like, hey, I think you'd be a good fit to like help out with social media, and it just, I like to give people the opportunity, you know?
Yeah.
Rather than, I don't know, I don't really care if people have the skill set.
If you have someone in the warehouse, how many times can they steal candy before you fire them?
To be honest, I don't actually know.
Okay.
I don't even have like a policy of like.
Keep that in mind, guys.
So this is myself and Mona's office. So Mona her title is whatever she wants to. She's like head of everything. Yeah. She's just like my right hand. Like she assists with so much and is so important to everything that I do. And she's my first employee. Started again just helping me pack orders, evolved into helping me with the manufacturing, like taking notes, and then now she essentially runs the business with me.
Is she someone too, like let's say if anyone is out, then she just jumps right into doing that job?
Yeah, she can pretty much do everything. The only thing that Mona does not like doing social media stuff. So the social media content, that's where I try to outsource that. But I put a lot on her plate, and it's someone that she's been with me since day one of like when everything started picking up. So she's just kind of evolved with me. And it's very important that we are in the same area because we talk so much throughout like our day. And when I was building this out, I was like, do you want your own office? You know, whatever. Because I was like, I don't care if I have my own big corporate office. And she's like, no, it doesn't make sense.
If I ask her 3 things she hates about Maxx, what would she say?
She'd probably say that I'm super messy. I cleaned this. Her side looks terrible because it's like we're about to have a launch. There's like clothes everywhere.
Wait, this is your side, right?
No, this is my side.
Oh.
See, it looks super clean, but I knew you guys were coming, so I cleaned up everything.
Okay,
Her biggest thing is I'll come in and like I'll take my jacket off because I'm cold, and I just like drop it on the floor and then go sit down. Like it just. I don't know who I take my shoes off and I just like throw them on the ground.
So you're messy? What else?
I'm messy. I probably, she'll tell me something and then
Don't remember?
4 hours later I'll ask her about something. She's like, I literally told you this like a couple hours ago. She's
Okay.
like, did you listen to when I was talking? I was like, apparently not.
Sounds like me and Gio actually.
And probably I think I like probably, it's like I give her a task and then I'll be 2 minutes later like, oh, actually now I need you to do this. Now I need you to do this. Like now, and she like keeps switching, and that's probably frustrating.
That is also the nature of startups, though.
Yeah.
Because you have just so many moving parts, right? And you're not intentionally trying. Because I'm sure I do the same thing. You're not intentionally trying to confuse people.
Yeah.
But things just keep popping up, or new factors pop up. So now your decision making has to encompass all of that.
And it's just order of importance.
Yeah. So you're just like, oh.
And it's also like what I've found with people like starting out is that like every day is going to be like so different that we need to handle whatever like the fire is at that moment, and and everyone's roles may change like throughout the kind of the lifespan that they're with me. But yeah, Mona helps run every single thing that I do, does a lot of the admin, back-end kind of stuff, but just, yeah. I mean, everyone is such a key component, but now, like, this is a huge office for me and her, and before, it was probably, like, me right there and, like, her, like, right here, and, like, the room ended, like here. I mean,
You put her right here on purpose so you can stare at what's on her screen?
No, I think, it's been a long journey, but now we're here, and, yeah, that's the Dude Holdings.
Let's go check out your warehouse.
Yeah, we can take studio first.
Oh, let's go check out your studio.
All right, so here's the studio,
Whoa, that's crazy.
Boom.
What is this?
That's shit. No, that's
Is this the fake sand?
Yeah, that's fake sand.
Why do you have this?
Kinetic sand.
Kinetic sand.
Yes, we do a lot of like creative stuff with this. I try to keep like the Sour Strips photo content just like kind of next level. To be honest, I don't know why we went this and just didn't buy.
You think this is next level?
I guess. Kind of looks like dirt. Everything is like all the Sour Strips photos, like they're all like faked. Like it's so much like Photoshop.
Yeah.
But
you gotta make it look really vibrant, right?
Yeah, it's like this like contrasty, flat, colorful look. But anywho, this is our private studio.
So dope. I love that you got sound treatment in the corners.
Yeah, so we did. So
even here too on the duct.
Yeah, we went with a different vibe in here. So it's polished concrete and then open ceilings, whereas in there it's like sheetrock ceiling and then the flooring. We added very echoey in here, so we added all of those. It's a lot of sound panels on the walls. We still have a little bit more to do.
How does it feel like juggling two brands that are almost complete opposites, right? Like you have one that's like very like GQ looking, and it's almost like more muted, very classy, elevated, and Sour Strips it's like fun, loud, vibrant.
To be honest, like in relation to me and my personality, I think it actually shows the two sides of me, because I really do and like the clean, classy East Coast kind of like look and aesthetic. Like you'll notice you've never seen me in like ripped jeans, and now I wear like kind of graphic tees, but I don't.
Because you've been hanging out with Charlie, huh?
Yeah, with Charlie and Christian, move me. Yeah. But I don't know. It's like two different sides, but it is the biggest struggle that I'm having is balancing my mental time of big picture of like Sour Strips and Ever Forward, because Ever Forward was what got me to where I'm at now. And then when I started Sour Strips, it just kind of exploded beyond what I could have imagined.
Yeah.
And it's just taken so much of my brain power, which maybe kind of
now you're in like Walmart, Target, all kinds of stores, huh?
Yeah, it's a lot.
That's
and I don't
crazy.
have any like partners or anything that are kind of handling all that retail on the back end.
I want to be a partner. How much I got to put in to be a partner? I have enough money on it, probably.
Yeah, how big is your checkbook go, dude?
Dude, I got $10.
Yeah, so this is, kind of where all the extra magic happens. A little bit hectic at the moment.
What's that hole for?
That's where you put your wiener through.
Really? This is big.
Just like in the movies,
That's a big one.
Yeah. Well, we had to cut it bigger so I could fit mine in there.
I see.
We got a little, get ready area. It's kind of a work in progress. My goal with this was to turn it into like a turnkey studio that if someone wanted to like rent it, they could just come in and it would be perfect setup. But like with anything, it hasn't gotten to that point yet.
How did you start with fitness? And for most people, it's like, okay, fitness, apparel I kind of get, and then supplements, gym. It's almost like very related in the same industry.
Yeah.
How did you go like fitness and then bam, like the candy industry?
We'll talk about that at the warehouse.
It's professional.
So this is the Sour Strips distribution center, but it's also where our whole team kind of like crammed up for a bit. So I'll show you where we all were, but
It smells like straight up candy.
Yeah, it's
Is it because of like all of your inventory?
Yeah. So it's kind of nice. We have it going through the vents,
Yeah, it smells like berries and like fruit punch.
So this is the customer service for Sour Strips at the moment, which to be honest, we don't have that much customer service because we're so much into retail. So really the daily customer service isn't like a crazy amount.
You guys sell like millions of units, don't you?
We do, but like it shifted. And what's funny is I was talking with Tara Bosch, who's the owner and founder of Smart Suites, right? And we were saying how I'm like 85% or 90% online. We're crushing it online. We're slowly getting retail. And she told me a year and a half ago, she's like, yeah, pretty soon like those are gonna flip. And I was like, no way. I was like, we're always gonna be like crushing online. And now the online has dropped a good amount because as retail's how we grow. Like we've like doubled in growth, but it's all retail. Like retail is the mammoth, is the behemoth, and that's where you become this like true candy brand. And yeah, that's our total focus right now.
Do you have like, this guy's my candy idol, he inspires me or she inspires me?
Honestly, like Tara Bosch with Smart Suites, like because you're aware of Smart Suites, right?
No.
Oh, really?
Gio probably knows. I'm not really that.
So they were like the innovator of the like healthy candy. So they just had like a candy alternative where it didn't have all the carbs, there's a lot of like fiber, kind of like a healthier candy alternative. But she's like 27. They just got acquired for $350 million. And what's crazy is when she started the company 4 years ago, I remember the day she reached out to me via email. She sent me some Smart Suites like in the first like 6 months of her starting it. And like I just was like, oh, this person started this random candy thing. Flash forward, worth $400 million now.
So she started after you?
No, before me. Before me.
Oh,
yeah, so it's just wild seeing her growth, and like she just had an idea and did it.
This is the box room?
No, so this is actually this was our Mona and Mai's most recent office.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, Mona was right here. I was in that corner, and we had like the shelf. Dude was in. I mean, the dude was in here. And we had all of our samples. Like, so this was me and Mona's, and our previous office. Like, we've worked in smaller than this.
Just cranking every day, huh?
Yeah, and then in here, which is now our break room. This was both of my photographers were in here, and our photo studio was in here. So we had
just a sick room.
Yeah. So it used to be the whole backdrop used to be here, and we had a person with a desk there and a person with a desk over here. So now this is just where the warehouse workers, hang out.
What's
chill.
the significance of this fake lemon tree?
We did a photo with it, but I don't know why it's still here. It's expensive? Fake plants.
Are they?
Yeah, dude, just like this fake banana tree.
I know the more realistic they are, the more expensive they are.
This is like $250.
Oh my God.
Yeah, this is like $90, and this is like another $100, and I'm just like.
You didn't even use this.
It's just for looks.
Because, like when you buy fake plants, it comes with wire on the inside.
Really?
And you're supposed to bend them to the place you want. So no one really like it's supposed to look like this.
And before it just snaps.
Like this. See? You're supposed to go like that.
Why would you want it to look like that?
Because you have it spread on, it covers more space like that. See? So I could tell that no one even.
Gio probably told you that, right? You didn't know.
No, I heard of that. See? Put it back.
So this is Nick's office, who handles all the operations. So Nick is someone who started packing orders with Ever Forward.
This guy's old, huh?
He's 27, 26.
His office just gives me like, I'm 45.
Hey, I designed
Okay,
the decor.
My bad.
No, it's this wild is, he started just packing orders with Everforward, and then first day of launch helped with packing sour strips, and now he runs the operations for the entire warehouse, handles all the retail.
Wow.
He worked a little bit at UPS, so he had a kind of background, but he learned. We together just have grown so much, and now he's like operations manager. Handles everything. Started with just hey, I hired him to, can you pack the daily online orders and handle the customer service, and now he's running the shipping and logistics for all of our retail, which is like daily freight shipping out, and like it's a lot. So
that's fucking awesome.
He's someone who just evolved from, packing orders to a job unrelated to kind of everything, and
that's awesome.
So it's dope.
So this is the big enchilada, huh?
Yeah.
Wow.
So this is
this is where all the smells coming from?
Yeah. So this is this warehouse is like 15,000, so this is 13,000 square feet. And what's crazy is this is like almost filled up.
Yeah.
And we almost, kind of like Christian was the one that pushed me, but when I was looking to get out of the 1,000 square foot warehouse, I was looking between a 7,000 square foot and this one. But we didn't need this at the moment. And he was like, go bigger, go bigger, go bigger. And I was like, I don't need it. He's like, go bigger, go bigger. So I went with this one, and I can't even imagine if I'd gone with that 7,000, it would have screwed me, man.
What are the places that aren't covered by cameras? Are there any like corners that you just like?
We actually have the wide camera there, so I think if you go in the very back corner,
that's the place you guys want to go.
That's where you want to eat all the candy, put it all in your pocket.
No cameras there.
But yeah, so we're starting to get, as weird as it is, we're like a year in, and we're starting to get racking systems finally. But so this is.
Are those things expensive? The racking systems, those Costco racks?
To be honest, it's not that bad. It's because you buy them like used.
Oh,
so you can either lease them, or you could buy them new. I don't know why you would though.
I buy them used.
But buy them used, and we own them, and then just get paid to install them. But they're not that bad. But it allows you to save a lot of space and maximize everything.
Yeah, because you could build vertically.
Yeah, and so every day we have people that are packing the online daily orders.
Yeah.
But to be honest, like the online orders only take up probably the first hour to two a day. That handles all the promotional boxes. We send out probably 100 new influencers a box every single week. So we're just, my model with the candy was to give it to free to as many influencers as under the sun, and we send it to like 100 brand new people every week.
Wow.
Like we send out 10 promo boxes a day to new people, whether it be.
And then who reaches out to all of them? Your social media
Callie.
person?
So she does everything, and she handles all of it. I mean, she's gotten it. We were like on the NFL official page, like one of the guys like walking, and he's like eating a bag of sour strips. We just got featured in Cosmopolitan magazine, and like all of these, like we're in, like athletes, like, and we were like Lil Yachty and like all this stuff, and like it's Callie. She just every day is reaching out to like 20 to 30 people, and now that brand has grown, we get contacted so much by so many different influencers because you send it to one person, their influencer or athlete friends are like, I want some candy, and it's just a snowball effect. And so my ad spend really goes into like Facebook ads and free candy.
Free product.
We don't do any like paid posts or anything at this moment, like no paid stuff, because we don't really need to, which is great.
Yeah. How did you get into the candy space? Like coming out of fitness, right? Like the question I was asking earlier, where it's normal for apparel, supplements, gym, or whatever. How did you go from gym, fitness, into bam, candy?
So candy's just been something that I think I'm like the most obsessed person with just candy ever. I've always just been a diehard candy fanatic ever since I was a kid, and I've just always loved sour stuff. And to be honest, I think Christian starting 3D Energy was what motivated me to start a product outside of the clothing thing.
Yeah.
But
even 3D Energy is kind of like, you could like drink it as a pre-workout.
To be honest, I guess the biggest thing is that I was like, no one knows like what candy and the branding that the candy should be better than me, because I always say, and I don't even exaggerate, that ever since I've been probably like 10, every single gas station or convenience store I've ever walked down, I've looked at the candy aisle. So I'm someone I know what's out there, I know what it looks like, I know what I like and dislike, whether it be about the candy, whether it be about, how the experience of opening the candy, how, can you see it through the bag? Like I'm someone who really, really has a, like weird as it sounds, like I'm obsessed with everything and I know everything that's out there. So when we created it, I just created the brand, or I had some help, but we created the brand in a way that like I would want to eat this. It would catch my eye because I knew people who are diehard candy fans know when there's a new candy because it's not very often. And so I was like, I know that if we put this out there, anyone who likes sour candy will try it because it's not the normal that's been on the shelf.
I see.
And then once people try it, they're gonna be addicted and they'll.
So you already felt like it was going to change the game. Like it was already way
different.
Yeah,
and it's just different because we are a higher price candy. We're like $1 more than any other candy because I can't compete on price with these multi-billion-dollar conglomerates, right?
Yeah.
But I knew that myself included was like, hey, if you found a candy that had super cool branding and the product was amazing, resealable, like I checked all the boxes, would I be willing to pay an extra $1? And I was like, I think yes. And and I had a lot of people that were like, why would anyone buy this when they can get twice the amount of gummy worms? I was like, because it's better. Like it's better, and if you like candy, you'll pay the extra $1, and it proved it.
What about like taking the risk in terms of like, like for me, like let's say I have a couple of channels like comedy, family, and fitness, right? And I think if I develop a product in any of those realms, people would go, oh, okay, I understand it. But like let's say since 10, like you, I've been a fanatic over hair gel.
Yeah.
Right? I almost feel like if I came out with a hair gel, I have this feeling of like, oh, I'm scared. That's not how they don't see me as a salon expert or whatever. Like, did you have any of those internal battles?
I think everyone always associated me with candy because I was always the guy I was always promoting other
Candy
brands
anyways.
of candy anyway. So it made sense. It wasn't like, hey guys, if you didn't know, I love candy. It was throughout the years, I was always eating candy, diehard candy, and there's even other brands that I'd be like, no, you need to get this candy and it has to have this updated character because they rechanged the formula and it's way better and you got to find it with this like specific bag. And I was just obsessed, so I think it made sense. And I think the biggest thing that I tried to do with this is people know it's mine, but I think probably 60% of our sales now have no idea who I am.
That's dope.
And or you'll see a lot of influencer CPG products, they promote it along with the person, whether it be like their face is on the side of the branding or it's like in the bio of Sour Strips started by this person that you may know. Like none of that is me. Like I don't have myself associated with it, and that's what I wanted it because I wanted it to be like I wanted people who have no idea who I am, don't care who I am, just love Sour Strips, and that's what we've built. So
that's fucking rad.
And
so cool.
now like for example, like all these are pallets that are all shipping out to like Target on Monday, like all these and all these. So it started as like it's wild. Our first ever launch was 20,000 units.
Yeah.
That was like the first launch of Sour Strips.
Yeah.
And now we send out probably 100,000 a week.
Woo.
Yeah. We're about to hit our 10 millionth bag sold.
When you tell your parents these things, does it blow their minds? Like, are they like, I can't believe my sperm is doing this?
I think my mom knew it made sense, and I remember I think it was like Labor Day or Memorial Day weekend. We were at the beach with my whole family, and I remember going with my mom, and I was like, hey, I'm starting a candy company, or me and some friends, because at the time I had some business partners, and we tried working it out, but we couldn't figure it out. And then I ended up starting it myself like a year later. But I remember telling my mom, like, I'm gonna start a candy company. And I like put it out there, and she's like, oh, like that's cool. Like that makes sense. Like
that makes sense. That's so supportive.
And now my mom's like sends me photos, and like she's super proud of everything that we've done.
Awesome.
So I don't know. It's like, and I think starting it in the fitness space was like strangely the best way to do it ever, because it put it into this kind of world where people associate candy with, you can't have, it's sugar and it's bad for you, and like, yeah, that's true. It's sugar, and monitor it.
Yeah.
But launching it into a space where like the fitness realm had kind of accepted it in, and people are like, oh, even people like, you can eat this candy and work out and do all these things. And I think it was like the perfect kind of space to launch it in. So
you think if I came out with like fitness cigarettes, like untapped, right? And then you can kind of like be strong.
We have our fitness pods, we have
smoke a little bit.
Fitness vapes.
Yeah. No,
it's pre-workout and nicotine at the same time.
that'd be crazy. This is sick. Have you ever thought about combining like a caffeine component into it?
I don't really want to mix the two.
I see.
Like
it's taken off so well on its own. I think it's so cool the way it is.
Yeah, our next kind of steps are just to continue to grow it in all the retail channels, and eventually we want to expand out into other products. But I think I've learned that sometimes it's better to go deep instead of wide, instead of trying to like drown an opportunity with a million different products. Right now I just need to focus on the sour strips, and it's already a challenge enough just keeping up with the demand and all the logistic problems that are going on with the supply chain, and all my costs are just raising through the roof. That's why people talk about the pricing. I'm like, this is like the most expensive business to try to scale. CPG, honestly, drinks are like,
what's CPG
crazy.
stand for?
Consumer packaged goods. Put that on the screen, dude. CPG. Yeah, but I don't know. It's crazy, but after being in candy and being into clothing, going into a product that people can consume and need to get more on a potential daily, but about multi-weekly basis, people can eat a bag once or twice a week. I'm like, I never want to not do anything like that, because the repeat with like clothing, it's like fantastic, but you have to have launches, and some people are like, I don't need new t-shirts, I don't need this, but a drink or a candy or a food or something, people every day could eat it. That's why honestly energy drinks I think are the most genius, because people can drink 1 or 2 a day. Yeah. Every day.
Why do you still do Ever Forward then if Sour Strips is crushing it?
Actually, I filmed an entire video on this. It comes out tomorrow, talking about this, and that's the question I get the most. I get, would you sell Sour Strips, and why do you still do Ever Forward? To be honest, and it's because Ever Forward is such a passion for me. Yeah. And we actually dropped like 50% in revenue. 2019 was our biggest year ever with Ever Forward, and then 2020, 50% drop, because Sour Strips did more in its first year, almost 4 times the best year of Ever Forward in the first year.
So you just shifted your energy?
It had to, and I think people think that I've like put kind of the clothing on the back burner, and it's just because I was doing it all myself, and right now I feel like I would truly need to hire 5 to 7 people for Ever Forward and be like, run everything, and then just let me sign off on some stuff, and I feel like it will separate me from like my connection to it. So if I wanted to scale it like that, I need to hire the people, and I think I'm becoming okay with that. But I think I can manage both on some realm. But how big we've grown Sour Strips with the team size that we have is like crazy, to be honest.
Yeah, it's fucking awesome.
And we don't have any. You know who our best sales rep for like all of our retail sales?
Really?
Well, I'm saying, I have no like sales team. Like there's no like, our team is like so small.
I thought you were doing like fucking sales-a-thons. Everyone has a phone and
no, it's like, but that's what's crazy. It's like all these like Target and all them. We literally have an operations manager, warehouse manager, Mona, social media, and me. And
who makes all these contacts and connections?
As weird as it is, and I don't want to get like cocky about it, but like they kind of come to us, which is like because of launching it with like kind of the following, and I just did it in kind of I feel like the right way. And when HEB was the first person to reach out to us, and then I had to kind of go into the stores and talk to the managers at that point, and then it just kind of a snowball, because once one retailer gets a product and other retailers notice it starts doing well, they want to be a part of that. And I'll never forget the day. It was I got an email from Target and Walmart, the senior buyers, on the same day within like an hour of each other.
Wow.
And I what I think it was? I think it was. I feel like I can say this now. Yeah, I got an email from Target saying that they wanted to potentially bring it in basically a year from now, because it takes a while to get the product in. And then I posted it on my Instagram story, and I was like, "This is insane." Target like just reached out to us, and an hour later, I got an email from Walmart, and I think it's because someone from Walmart like saw my Instagram story and was like, "We need to get on this." I was like, "There's no way these two Bamas."
Did you post? Oh my God, an hour later.
No, it's
Walmart.
Like, no, they actually said, please don't post this. In the email, it said, please don't post this email on social media.
Oh.
So it was like, wow.
Okay.
But
That's tight.
Even, I feel like I'm going off I'm explaining so much right now.
This is fucking dope.
What's crazy is when we got into HEB, one of the girls that helped get us to HEB, she showed me it's basically almost like a year later, but she showed me a text that the day that I launched Sour Strips, like the hour after I made the video, she sent a message to her senior candy buyer at HEB and was like, "Hey, this guy just launched a candy. Like, we should really we should get on this. Like, pay attention to this guy." Like, the second that I launched it, and then like 8 months later we were in it. So it was like just people are watching. I think it's a combination of it's a good product, it's a great brand, and I think I did a good job of just being authentic throughout the years with it.
Yeah.
And people I think originally purchased it to support me and kind of make it take off, and then now it's standing on its own legs, which was crazy.
That's so sick, man. I'm so proud of you, dude.
Thanks, dude.
It's fucking awesome. Do you have any like closing thoughts on people that want to start their own brand? Because I'm sure people that follow you are like, wow, that's crazy. Like I've seen Maxx start off on just YouTube trying to balance his 9-to-5 job to like now having this giant empire. Like, what are your some thoughts you would have told yourself maybe like 5-10 years ago?
I mean, I feel like my journey has showed people that you really just need to create brands and products and services around what you already love, because it'll make the most sense. I think people want to get into clothing because they see other people having great success with clothing, but maybe they don't actually like clothing and manufacturing and sampling process. And people want to get into an energy drink, but it's like, why do you want to get into these things? Because you just want to make money? And I don't think, some people can have that attitude, like I'm gonna start businesses because I know I can be successful at it, but I only like to go after endeavors that I feel like I have such a passion for. Like I get amped up to, when I'm in kind of like clothing mode and working on samples, and when I'm in just candy mode, and the creative side lets me kind of like go wild with the sour strip stuff. And yeah, I think it people will be able to tell your authenticity when you like launch something, and you're like, when you talk about something, they can tell you're passionate about it. Like probably I've been ranting about this stuff, and they're like, this guy really likes the brand. So
there you have it. Obviously, this guy doesn't know anything he's talking about. But if you want to do the opposite of what he says, you could try that out. You might be more successful. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Where can they find all your cool stuff besides Target, Walmart, fucking everywhere?
YouTube.com/Maxx Chewning, baby. Not Maxx Chewning, baby, but /Maxx
Maxx Chewning, baby. You guys heard it. No cameras over there. See you guys next time.